guys, welcome to the GSF Vlogs, and today we'll be gardening. As you can see, I have all the equipment I need for, well, instead of pots, I'm using houseware, so like plastic buckets with hole at the bottom. The reason is since the lockdown, we couldn't go to Bunnings Warehouse or anywhere else, so that's why I'm using these, you know, daily items that we don't use, but in this case we're using. So today I am going to be showing you guys how to plant garlic. As you can see, we found these garlic at the supermarket, like straight away like this, so I'm like, oh, why don't we go ahead and plant these. Ginger, also going to be showing you these. For ginger, you need almost like a greenhouse type, so that's why I'm using a glass dish, as you can see here, since this is a root and it needs lots of warmth. And then we got tomatoes and radish. We also got our potting mix, and I'm going to be telling you guys about the coir peat brick real soon. So see you in a tick. So guys, today we're going to be using the potting mix right there, not the coir peat brick, because what I want the seeds and the garlic and ginger to feel is the original soil. This is good for starters though, so if you like have any other plants that you want to grow and you cannot afford like a potting mix, this is cheap and expensive, depends which one you buy. If you buy like the really good quality one as we have here, then this will be just as the same price as the potting mix. The way you can use this, you take the brick out and you get almost like a jug of water, pour it on the brick and it will become, I don't know, probably this big of soil for you. This also has coir peat. It's a really good vitamin for your plants and their roots. This can also come in cocoa peat, which is like do you know the husks of the cocoa, the coconut outside the coconut shell? It's made of that. This has some of it too. So this is good for many different plants. It's also good for composts if you have one. Hey guys, so right now we're going to do radish first. So this is a great plant. It does go all year round at certain places of Australia, including this place, so which is a thumbs up. So this needs a full sun. It can grow pretty quickly, between like, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks. And as you can see, guys, the reason why we have holes in our pots, as you can see here, is for the draining of the extra water. So that's why we put in holes. Most of the pots you'll see have holes at the bottom. So first, we will need our premium potting mix. Remember, if you don't have this, it's okay, you can use your brick. I do recommend though you get official potting mix, not just any other type of dirt from outside, because the dirt from outside is not really processed for like plants, because weeds grow in there and all other type of other plants that we do not want. So we get our potting mix and we tip it like this. So guys, as you can see, we have filled up every single pot, or kind of a pot, we're going to use. So first up, we're going to use a bigger pot for the radishes. Now they don't need that much space when we're separating them. So let's start planting them. There we go. So guys, I have got 4 seeds right here because they were many seeds, like at least, I don't know, 25 of them. So we are gonna sew them in separate places. So one is there, one's gonna be there, one's gonna be there, and one's gonna be here. As you can see, we have placed more than 4 seeds. As you can see, because I just remembered they don't need to be separated that much as the tomatoes are, because this only needs to be like separated from another seed for like, I don't know, 3 to 5 centimeters, which is, I think this is good enough. We're gonna now push them in the dirt. So you just need, you can do it with your finger as well, but the thing is, the hole for these seeds, since they're little, shouldn't be that big. So you can grab, at least it needs to be this big of a hole, so I'm gonna use this stick and push on the seeds and push them inside like this. Made the holes, and we have almost finished this process. We just need to fill up the holes with some dirt, only little. So like this, only tiny amounts for the seeds to have the proper germination, have the good quality germination. Now this is all good. Just give it a little pat so you can take out enough air for the seeds and make the dirt leveled. Guys, next we are going to do the tomatoes. So we have the tomato packer here, it's opened. So this goes all year round, which is a good thing. Only bad thing about it, they need to be separated. So I think we can only put 2 in here, because they need to be at least 50 centimeters, you know, far away. But since we have an other part, we can put that in. We can put 2 in here, 2 in here, which makes 4 seeds that we can place in here, which is a good thing. So let's get the seeds out, and I'll show you the seeds. So guys, we have prepared the seeds, as you can see. Now we're going to do the same thing as we did to the radishes, poke them in. See you after we've done that. So guys, it is the turn of the garlic. Since this is already sprouted, we didn't have to do much. The only thing we have to do now is peel all the excess skin off so we can actually get to the root part. If you can see this, right here are its roots that have been trimmed. So we just need to get to that part. These, as you can see, some of them are cracked because the sprout is coming out like this one. So the way we need to plant these is not like others we have done. We need to put this like this, but yet keep them over from the top and just leave the sprout hanging on the top, the sprout. Sorry. So like this. Because since these are already sprouted, they need to go through now a thing called photosynthesis where they get all the energy. If they weren't sprouted, we would have just left them like the other ones that we have done. So guys, we are now up to the final stage, which is the ginger. We're just gonna place them on the top like this, and then get a little bit of dirt and cover them up like this. Alright? So cover them up only by a little layer. And if you're thinking, why have we chosen a glass container instead of plastic? Because ginger here needs a lot of warmth. Because the ginger needs to develop in very, very hot conditions. Since we don't have a greenhouse at home, what the glass lid here will do is the same with the greenhouse thing. So the sunlight will come through this, and if you know a little bit of science, then you should know that normal sun ray is okay. If the sun ray hits through the glass, it magnifies. I'm sure you've tried this trick at home when you get the magnifying glass, put it through the sun ray and burn stuff around and got in trouble by your mum and dad. Yes, I've done that. So it does the same thing, but it's good this time. Kids, don't try it at home. Don't tell them it was me. One more thing, guys, I've labeled these. So as you can see, tomato. The reason why I did that is so if you see here, this is radish pot, since I've labeled that as well. And as you can see, they're like the same, the duplicate pots. So I might get confused which is radish and which is tomato. And I might be expecting, oh, this is radish, and I'm expecting it to grow faster, because it should. But if it's not growing it out, I'm like, no, this isn't working out, throw it in the bin, right, chuck it out, yeah, see what's going on. But this was actually not radish at all, so this is tomato. So that's why I've labeled them, since they're duplicate pots. Now these two over here are tomatoes, this over here is our garlic, and this is radish. Over here is our ginger. So let's start watering them. Guys, it's been a few minutes. We've left the ginger to get adapted to the root because it had been put in a fridge and it wasn't that in touch with the dirt and getting all its minerals. So this has been left out like this. Now the way to water the ginger is quite different than the other plants. What we need to do when we're going to water it is place more dirt on top of them. So we don't want them to be exposed at all. And then what we need to do is grab our water and sprinkle it gently sprinkle it. So if you have like a spray out there, you can use that perfectly fine. Make sure it's not like from a chemical bottle. So guys, we've made the timetable for the pots, how much sun they need, how much energy do they require, how much water they need as well, where they need to be placed at what times. And one more thing, my friend over the weekend, we were having a chat, and he said that he was gardening, but then he gave up. He didn't see any progress, he didn't have the right tools, no equipment, no whatsoever, and he gave up. And one message I want to tell you guys from this thing that I had a chat with my friend was that if you don't have the right tools, if you don't have the right equipment, if you don't even have the right pots, then it's okay. You can use stuff from your daily life, as I did. I didn't have the right ceramic pots, because those are good for, plants, but I didn't have them. So I made ones out of plastic. That's why I encourage you guys to don't give up ever. As I say, don't give up, always have hope. That is going to be your best friend in life. See you guys in the next vlog. See ya.